Hi parents, I'm Andy Fail and I'm the instructional coach at Wilson Elementary. Since we're starting the year in an unprecedented way and you are likely supporting your child's learning at home, I wanted to give you a little information about the way that we teach reading and writing in kindergarten. A couple of years ago in Coppell ISD, we adopted a curriculum called the Units of Study for Teaching Reading and Writing. This curriculum is written by people out of Columbia University. They have a teachers college there, and they have experts and educators and researchers in the best practices for teaching reading and writing, and they've been studying this for decades. They wrote this curriculum, and the curriculum is very developmentally appropriate, which means at every stage of brain development, we are exposing children to what they need then to learn how to become an excellent reader and an excellent writer all throughout elementary school. But this means for you is that the very beginning of what we're calling reading and writing in kindergarten is probably not what you are associating with the words reading and writing. For example, this week, you will be hearing your child's teacher communicate the message that they are readers. And you might be thinking, my child can't read yet. But what we mean is that when we see anything, when we see a sign and we associate, oh, that sign means McDonald's, or that sign means stop, or even like on food containers, this cereal box has Honey Nut Cheerios in it. This yogurt container, it has a picture of cherries and this is cherry yogurt, and there's words on there that mean it's cherry yogurt. So that's reading when we take anything that has print and pictures on it and we know what it means. We will be telling your children they are readers when they can do that. They're figuring out the meaning. Also this week, they're going to start looking at what we call Learn About the World books. So these are like books that are nonfiction. They have pictures of real things and people on them. And your child will start to learn how to read the picture and say, okay, so here is a soccer ball. And then they might say, wow, this is a really sad looking soccer ball. And this one, it looks like it's tied together with a bunch of stuff. Those might be plastic bags. Then here are 3 people playing soccer. This one has a number 11, and they might say, I'm not sure what number that is, but I think these 2 are on a team because they're wearing black uniforms, and she's on a different team, and they're all probably trying to get the soccer ball. So they're just saying what they know about the picture. And your teacher will be teaching that the words underneath each picture tell about the picture. And even though the child cannot read all of these words yet, they can figure out the meaning by studying the picture. We are going to celebrate that as reading. So you can help your child by having them really study the picture and get all of the information from each picture along the way. You can help your child by making sure that they're starting with the cover and that they're looking at every picture along the way before they turn the page. Okay, that's how you can support your child when they are doing just like independent reading. They're sitting with a stack of books and they are expected to go through and read that way by themselves for a few minutes every day this week. The lessons for this week will say how long they're supposed to do that. And then if you get to partner read with your child, you can support them by doing the same thing. Y'all talk about what's in every picture, but then you go ahead and point, like swipe your finger underneath the words while you're reading them, and then go to the next picture, talk about what's in the picture, and swipe your finger underneath the words. This is helping your child learn that these words go with this picture and the meaning is all there together. So the reason that we start with these type of books is that the child doesn't need to know anything about the story to be able to know what's going on in the picture, okay? Unlike in books like this, The Carrot Seed, this tells a story. And if your child doesn't know the story, they can't really figure out exactly what all is happening in the picture. So starting this week, you're going to hear your child's teacher read the same story over and over every day. And the goal of this is that your child will start to learn the story, probably even say it out loud with your child's teacher as they're reading it. They're watching a recording maybe of your child's teacher reading the book. This is setting up what we call old favorites books. A book that your child will know over and over and be able to kind of say what the words are. This is going to set up a kind of reading that you'll see in a couple of weeks when we start putting these types of books into the hands of our learners. Okay, then in writing, our goal is to communicate to our children that they are all writers and that we can write about what we know. And so your child will be encouraged to think about something that they know, and they start with drawing a picture in kindergarten and putting every detail that they can think of on the picture. So for example, if your child knows how to take care of a dog, they wouldn't just draw the dog in the picture. They might draw the leash, the food bowl, maybe the grass outside. They might draw the collar that the dog has on its neck. They might draw a toy that the dog plays with. So anything that they can think of taking care of the dog. So a way that you can help your child with this is to help them brainstorm things that they know about. This doesn't have to be like some abstract concept like they know about space or they know about cooking, although cooking might be a good one. But anything that they know about swimming. Do they know about playing soccer? Do they know about grandma's house? Do they know about going to church? Do they know about eating at Chick-fil-A? Do they know about riding their bike? Anything that they know, they can draw a picture about and they can tell about. They can tell all about it. Then the next step after they draw everything that they know is to label the picture with words the best that they can. So for example, if they've drawn a dog, can they hear the sounds dog? And do they know what letter is associated with that sound? And it's okay if they don't. They might not know all of that right now. Kids come into kindergarten at very different spots. So if you can help your child to figure out the sounds by breaking apart a word like that, dog, what sounds do you hear? D, d, d. Oh, that's D. If they know that, then they can write the letter D on the paper. Right next to the picture, they will label it. So can they label dog? Can they label leash? Do they know that that's an L? So they are not going to be able to write a sentence like, this is my dog, I take him on a walk, right? We're just starting with the basics of labeling some of the words that are represented on the picture. So just know that, like I said, all kids come into kindergarten with very different skills. You want to try to meet your child where they are and just reinforce some of these basic first things. The rest of it will come, I promise. We will be teaching your child how to write a sentence. We will be teaching your child how to read some of those basic words. But it all starts this week with studying pictures and reading and knowing that we're getting meaning. And then in writing, it starts with drawing a picture of something that we know and labeling with some letters the best that we can. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great week.